Hi everyone, this is Natasha. I wanted to share with you something that I have been putting off way too long. I know many of you have washi tapes, probably miles and miles. These are just a sampling of the Dollar Tree ones that I picked up over the course of the last several weeks. But what do you do with all of them? Well, I'm going to try and help you out. So today I'm going to show you what I'm using at least some of these holiday ones for, and it's to decorate the exterior envelopes of the holiday cards that are going out in the mail. So there's the stripes, little gingerbread men, little snowflakes, the tartan plaid, another set of snowflakes. So really easy, and I'm going to show you step by step. So I think this year I'm going to be using the craft note cards from Hobby Lobby. That's what these are. These are the envelopes. And whenever I use an envelope, especially if I'm decorating or writing them out, I always open the flap just so I know whether it's the top or not, because if it's just closed like this, you could easily turn it upside down and imagine you wrote everything out and it just looks silly. So I always open the top up. Plus this way, if I'm using a pen, it doesn't skip because of the double layers here. It's a habit that I got into. So we're going to decorate this one up using the Merry Christmas one. And as you can see, there's a lot of tape on here. So I will be using it for other things, but I did cut a length of it and have already snapped the little tails. Now, there's a couple of ways to do that. If you have a really sharp rectangle punch, which is, this one's 5/8, and I think, yeah, it's from EK Success. Now this is an older punch. They don't make these little, what are these, whale punches anymore. I did try several different tapes, washi tapes, decorative tapes, to see whether it would punch through. Now this one is an example of it punching through, but only on one side. So I find that it's by far the most productive and cleaner cut using a pair of nice sharp shears, particularly if you have a pair that is coated so they're non-stick, which is one of these Tim Holtz tonic scissors. Very nice. The tape doesn't get stuck to the scissors when you're trying to cut those little triangles, so that's much easier. I found that the punches are a little inconsistent. Now, grant you, it could be just that my punch is tired, so test it out. If you have a punch that you want to use, it's as easy as having a flat edge and then poking it in until you see both edges, and then punch down. As you can see, like if you line it up like that and then punch down, which creates a little flag. I found that on this slick tape, as you can see, it's slick on the inside, not just because of the adhesive, but it's also slick on the outside. It doesn't punch through cleanly. Had this been paper, it would this would work pristinely, but I'm going to continue using my pair of scissors because it's just easier. So I'm going to figure out, this year I'm going to put all of our return information on the back flap so I can decorate essentially pretty much across the front wherever I want. And in the examples that I showed you, I have various locations where I have added the washi tapes both across the bottom, in the center, across the top. So there's all sorts of ways. Like, I'll put the stamps over here and that should be fine. One of the other reasons why I'm using craft paper is because craft paper has a little bit of tooth. There's fine grains that are running through, and they work really nicely to adhere the washi tape securely on here. And I even tried to peel a piece up and it was just not going. I mean, it wasn't going to go without being ripped. Unlike some of the other tapes where they're not nearly sticky, or if you're using envelopes that have a slick surface. So this works really nicely. So I think this one I'm just going to do right across the very bottom, and I'm going to line it up, just eyeballing it. You can always adjust a little bit. So it's a little something something, but it gives you, you know, just a little something extra. Plus you get a chance to use up all that huge stash. Now the other thing that I did to these, which I will show you closer, could that be any easier? So if you have 150 to do, you can absolutely do that. It's kind of mindless work you could do in front of the TV if you need to. I added some little lines around this particular one, and I just used, I used my friction pens. And for those of you who know, I have kind of a pen addiction. So I use this olive color green of the friction pens, and these are from Amazon. And I'll source whatever I can in the description below for links if you are looking to find them. The note cards are from Hobby Lobby, and they are available online, and I think they're 52 a pack, and occasionally they have them on sale. So that was the green one. This one is the little tartan print, and I used the Achuspica in lipstick, and it's this red glittery one. Well, now I can put it back since I'm done using it. And I have had these for I don't even know how many years. A few, and I do use them on a regular basis. These I might use for my parents' Hanukkah card. You could barely see it, but it's definitely there. There's little dash lines in white gel pen around the outside. I could have made it kind of look a little bit like Nordic or a little bit like icicles. So that's the white one. This is the little gingerbread man, and I didn't really have anything glittery that I wanted to use for it, so I just used a brown edge of this Bic Fine Point Marcolot marker. That was easy peasy. And this last one is just the stripes, red and green stripes I used. A green glitter pen from a collection that I have from Costco from, gosh, I don't even know, maybe 15 years ago, and they're still working. So this one I think I might just leave as is, or I could add dashes. So really simple way to use up some of your washi tapes, at least the holiday ones. I'm sure some of you already have a stash, more than you know what to do with, and I'm gonna keep trying to challenge myself what to do with some of these, you know, enormous collection, because obviously I don't need it all. And this will coordinate nicely. I can also use it to seal up the back, you know, still use the moisten seal and then seal them up, and our return label will be right here. And I think this year we're gonna have a circle label, so that'll be nice as well. So there you go, there's idea number one for what to do with your giant collection of washi tapes. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have some ideas, by all means, link your video below. You can always post the URL in the comments below. Otherwise, don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I will see you next time with the next idea on what to do with all that washi. Thanks for watching, everyone.